Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. How are we all? I'm doing super well. Why am I doing super well? I hear you ask, but I didn't hear you ask. The channel is now over 500 subscribers. We're on 508. That's mad. That's mental. You can't see it, but I'm actually smiling very, very much. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Thank you guys so much. I have literally doubled in the last 4 months. My sub count has literally doubled. That's insane. I've gained more subscribers in 4 months than I've gained in 6 years. What the fuck? So yeah, thank you guys so much. For those of you that, you know, leave your likes and comments and all that good stuff, that's amazing. Well, I say you're the reason we carry on. The reason we carry on. So, anyways, enough of that. I'll do a separate video on that, thanking you guys. That might be out before this. That might be out after this. I don't know. I'm recording things all over the place at the minute. I'm a bit out of what's the word? Structure. Unorganized recently. Yeah, that's probably the better way of wording that. Anyways, today we're going to take a look at the Exergis, the Corpus Tigris. It's a very cool weapon. I believe this came out with Fortuna ages and ages ago. I can't remember. But yeah, it shoots one shot and then sort of like recharges. It's almost like it 3D prints that crystal at the end. I can design weapons too. So yeah, it's very, very good. Depending on what procs for you. If you don't get no procs, then you don't get no kills. But you see that one proc 3 slash, where the first one only proc 1. That proc 2, this might one shot. Yeah, it will. Yeah. Nine viral, 2 slash. So I'm not actually using hunter munitions in this build, despite having shit tons of slash. Because the Exergis has 8% crit chance, with point strike you're only getting, I believe it's 7. I think it's 15. No, because it's 150. Actually, I can just I can do that later. I'm not going to show you the build now. You're going to have to find it if you want to skip through everything. But it's not very much. So I believe it might be 18. It's not got a very high crit chance anyway. So the chance of you proccing what you want to proc, it's not going to be very easy. So this weapon also has some punch through. So as you can see, I killed him without even shooting at him. Go for some body shots. You see, body shots are super effective as well, so you don't have to aim for the head if you don't want to. And yeah, it's a very cool weapon. It's annoying that it's only got one shot and you do have to wait. That is quite annoying, but if you can get used to that, it's a very, very powerful weapon. So people used to compare this to the Tigris back in the day. And it was actually a lot easier to build this than it was the Tigris. So, I mean, people are always going to compare things, you know what I mean? Like Tigris has been compared to, I think it was the Arc of Plasma at some point, you know what I mean? Stuff will always get compared to others. That's just, I think, us as people. Like, why just use this when you can compare it against this, and then you do like weapon versus weapon videos and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I think personal preference. I think text from whatever that is. Personally, I prefer the Tigris. But I understand why people love this weapon. I do enjoy it. I just much prefer Tigris. But that's because I'm a Tigris fanboy, so... I mean, consistent one-shots then. There was 1 out of 8 then that didn't proc a single slash, and everything else one-shot, so... You know, it definitely... it's definitely, yeah, the way to go. And it's unique. So you have another weapon that you can stick in your arsenal of weaponry. See, with that fire rate, it really does change that charge rate. So this looks to be a weapon that Wisp can use. It is. Wow. Still not incredible, but you know, it's a lot better than some of the other weapons that she has tried to make work anyway. And finally, Queenie. Yeah. How do you think this is gonna go? Oh, what a shot. Yeah, it's really good. Do you need to see that again? I don't even need to hit them in the head. And because of the punch through, $21k bleed. And that one at the back, 11. Ooh, a tough nut. So yeah, it's busted with Mirage anyway. So yeah, this is the build we're running with. 3 former. I don't think anything in this is super expensive, so we got punch through. Yeah, 0.5 meters worth of punch through. So yeah, and this isn't maxed, and neither is this. So potentially 4 former, but if you don't have prime point blank, use normal point blank. And you know, I'll get into that in a second. So we're using point blank for damage, Hell's Chamber Vigilante Armaments for multi-shot, Sweep Incineration to completely obliterate that slash damage there, 1859 slash, that's pretty good. Toxic Barrage Frigid Blast for viral, Vicious Spread for damage plus spread, and then Chilling Grasp for cold. I would have changed that and put that where Frigid Blast was, and then use Shotgun Savvy for more status chance, but I haven't got the space, so it doesn't work. But yeah, this build, like you've seen it, consistently 2-shotting, or if you're Mirage, 1-shotting. Don't need to say anymore. It's very, very good. So yeah, Sweep Incineration is a Barrow mod, so you might have to wait for that to show up. I don't know how much that goes for in the trade chat. I'm not sure. Everything else in there is relatively easy to acquire, relatively easily acquirable. That's a Nightwave mod. Point blank is a, well, prime point blank's a Barrow mod. Vigilante is a Plains of Eidolon bounty reward. So yeah, no issues at all. So we've got 9.6 accuracy, 8% crit chance with a crit multi of 1.4. Let me just oh shit, wanted to see, let's crit chance. Blunderbuss. Yeah, 15.2. Because it's not 150% crit chance like the rifle mod, it's 90. So yeah, it's not worth trying to make a. I mean, the hunting munitions one might work, but I prefer this build, so I'm just going to recommend this one. Maybe we'll do a hunting munitions Exergis build in the future. Where were we? Fall off 30 to 60 meters, fire rate of 3.33, magazine of 1, multi-shot of 8.4, so that's 8 projectiles and then 40% chance at a 9th one. Noise of alarming, punch through of 0.5, reload of 1.6, so it takes 1.6 seconds to recharge a shot, or whatever you call it. Conjure up another shot. Status per projectile of 79.2%. So if you're shooting, let's just say 8 shots, 8 of them shots have 80% chance to proc status. It's pretty good. Then we've got the trigger of semi, of course, 65.0% impact, 390 puncture, 1859.0 slash, 455.0 radiation, and 3159 viral. So it comes with radiation built in, you can't get rid of that. Which, I mean, it doesn't really do anything to the weapon, it doesn't make it any better or any worse, so it doesn't really bother me that much. I think radiation's the one that turns enemies against each other, so best case scenario, you shoot a heavy gunner and he doesn't die, he turns on his teammates. Oh well. No problem for you. So, yeah. You know, it is a little bit expensive, but when you're getting performance like that, through form it isn't really that expensive, so you know, it is what it is. Don't have a Riven for this, don't know about Rivens, never look for them, nor do I want to. Weapon performs just fine without one, so it's a bit of a missed what's the word? Like a bit of a, is it conception? Is that the word? What's the word? Misconception. I think that's the word. But anyway, so like newer people, they see all these builds with these fancy Rivens and stuff like that, and they assume that most weapons need Rivens. That's not the case. If you're a newer player, don't worry about Rivens. 99.9% of the weapons in this game don't need a Riven to function. In my opinion, I personally only ever buy Rivens for weapons that I super enjoy anyway. So that's why I've got Ignis Rivens and Tsar Rivens and Tigris Rivens. You know, Rivens for weapons that I like and enjoy, and Rivens can add a little bit of a increase to, but they're not needed. You know, I used to make these videos with Rivens, and obviously it's a bit of a misrepresentation because, well, it's not, but if I make a build now, I can't really use Rivens, because if I say, well, this is a Carrot Wraith build, it is, but someone like you that are watching this won't ever be able to reproduce that, if that's the right word. So if I use a build with no Rivens, anybody can make it. You just got to go out and get the mods, because you can. But you know, with Rivens, it's not as easy. I'll just go out and get a Tigris Riven, or I'll go out and get an Exergis Riven, because then you got to try and haggle with someone for it. You got to spend platinum, which some players don't have access to. You know, some of us are super lucky where we could, like, I could easily go out now and buy an Exergis Riven if I wanted to, but obviously not all players can do that, and that's a shame. I think Rivens need to be a bit more acquirable, in my opinion, but I suppose that's a topic for another day. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not going to hold you up no more. If you did enjoy that, leave a like. If you're going to go and use this weapon build, leave a like and let me know down below. Dislike it for whatever reason. Comment section is always open. Let me know how you feel about the Exergis. If you've got any recommendations, suggestions, questions, I'm sure either me or somebody else in the comments will answer you. I know some people were trading Ignises the other day, or I saw that they were sorting that out. So I'd see a comment on my phone come up. Normally when it comes up with the little YouTube symbol when I get a comment, and I got super happy, and it was just them two swapping names and stuff. I was like, oh, good on them. So yeah, if you're new around here, subscribe. 200,000 by the end of the year. We're halfway there, and we're in April. Come on, I believe we can do it. Tell your friends, tell your nan, tell your dad, and it's been Acid. I'll see you in the next one.
It's